You may have heard stories and myths about Scotland. Almost every lake has some kind of spirit or monster story associated with it. While not a frightening or fearsome creature, the most commonly known example from Scottish folklore is the Loch Ness Monster, better known as Nessie to locals. In 2019 there were more than 14 sightings of Nessie, and scientists recently suggested that the Loch Ness Monster seen could actually be a giant eel. Do you believe or not that the Loch Ness Monster is real? The Loch Ness Monster is a very famous cryptid, which is a creature whose existence is questionable because there has never been any real evidence to prove it. Nessie's sightings usually depict the creature as a giant creature with a pointed head and a long neck sticking out of the water, indicating that it is a snake-like creature. The general belief is that it is a surviving dinosaur-era species such as plesiosaurs that lived in the Jurassic and Cretaceous period, 65 to 200 million years ago. In 2003, a Plesiosaur Vertebra was discovered on the shore of Loch Ness, but since the surrounding rocks contained no fossils, it was thought to be a hoax. Since plesiosaurs were cold-blooded, this theory makes this theory even more improbable because they probably wouldn't have been able to survive in the waters of Loch Ness unless it and its ancestors evolved to survive in cold waters. The first documented sighting of the creature was in 565 when the Irish monk Saint Columba discovered the local Picts burying a man next to the Ness River. After an investigation, Saint Columba was informed that the deceased had been attacked by a water creature that attacked him and dragged him underwater. So, Saint Columba, as a good man, sent one of his followers to the river to swim, but when he was approached by the monster, Saint Columba reportedly made the sign of the cross and shouted, "Don't go any further. Don't touch the man. Come back immediately." The monster then retreated back into the depths of the river. However, this story comes from The Life of Saint Columba by Adamna, which was written about 100 years after the events that were claimed to have occurred. Monster sightings increased massively in the 1930s, which is believed to be due to road improvements which prompted more visits. In 1933, George Spicer and his wife saw a creature crossing the road in front of them that was supposed to be 25 feet long and about 10 feet wide. It had a long wavy neck and no limbs, and as you can imagine, they were quite surprised to see it moving across the road near their car. Other sightings and photographs followed that year, with many being overlooked as other animals such as otters, but in 1934 the image became known as the photosurgeon's photograph, showing what is thought to be the first image of the monster's neck and head. Surgeon from London, Robert Kenneth Wilson, took 4 photos of the site of the monster, with one substantially less blurry than the other. Again, it is often thought of as driftwood or an animal such as an beaver. There have been many expeditions over the years, like in 1987, £1 million was spent on Operation Deep Scan involving 24 sonar-capable ships, which searched the entire lake for a whole week but found nothing. In 2003, the BBC funded a lake search with 600 sonars and even used satellite tracking, but they also found nothing. So if efforts like these don't pay off, it makes you wonder what it would take to find Nessie? Okay, that's all from Loch Ness Monster's story. If you have a request or suggestion, You can write it in the comment below. If you like this content, please share this video to your friends, your family, your girlfriend or boyfriend. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all.